Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well. Jacared with Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another PokeTalk. So there won't be any trades, at least right now. Red is going to be holding on to all 3 Ekans, at least for a short while. And yes, I did finally realize that their names were misspelled after I finally went and looked up a frickin' picture to represent Shinzo. Yeah, whatever. There's gonna be plenty of misspellings from before. There's probably gonna be plenty of misspellings to come. So, while traversing Mount Moon, I did find 3 different TMs. First was the TM12 water gun. While I could potentially give that to, say, Rattata or Nidorina, I'm actually going to be saving that for a while, and I will be giving it to an actual, water type. That way, what the Pokemon I'll give it to will actually be able to take a type advantage from the attack. And as you saw with the Blue's team, Rongiku, or Clefairy, was the one who got Mega Punch. In hindsight, it might have actually been better to give it to Jigglypuff, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep rolling along, and Jigglypuff will be getting her own TM a bit later down the road. And then right there on Route 4, there was of course Whirlwind, the useless piece of shit move. Can't even do anything at all in a trainer battle, and in a wild encounter just blows the Pokemon away. So no experience at all. When I was first playing First Gen, back when it was new, I heard Whirlwind, I'm just, wow, that sounds like a really, really powerful attack. I want to use that. Then I used it and I'm just, wait, what? What? Are you serious? That's all it does. And completely, like I said, completely useless in a trainer battle. But at least I managed to have Yellow get Bulbasaur, which is, really nice, because otherwise, I honestly don't know what I would have done if Yellow didn't get Bulbasaur. Because after all, Bulbasaur is going to be the one, for Yellow at least, to just sweep the next gym. Now, Red and Blue do need Bulbasaur in order to actually, complete the Pokedex. And while I could actually clone Bulbasaur, I know how to do it, I won't be doing that. I will be waiting until I get the prize Pokemon from Pokemon Stadium, and that's actually going to be much, much later. I'll, be getting enough prize Pokemon so that way all 3 versions will be able to complete their Pokedexes. I'll go into more detail on that in a much later PokeTalk. So, we are grinding to level 22 now. That's definitely taking a while. And then I'm just going to get the Cascade Badge, and then I'll be grinding everyone to level 25. Oh boy. But, at least, with the Cascade Badge, all Pokemon will obey, even, the ones that have been traded and are really unruly right now. They will eventually start getting their turns, with the exception of Thunder, of course. Gotta wait until Thunder, gets a Thunderstone and evolves into Raichu. And speaking of the next grinding session, I will not be having another PokeTalk. I will actually be doing the, what was it? Oh yeah, the Petite Cup in Pokemon Stadium. And I'll be using, or at least attempting to use Pokemon from the Yellow cartridge. I was looking at different Yellow Learn sets, and I eventually decided on what 6 Pokemon I'm going to use, at least for the whole team. I'll only be able to, of course, choose 3, but yeah, I figured out how to balance between levels and what learn sets are what, and so on and so forth. And that should be a very interesting session. Now, without further ado, let's pick 3 more Pokemon. You know what? Caterpie. Caterpie's been sitting in the box forever, just not doing anything, but, well, might as well knock it out of the way, start talking about it. Then we have Pidgey. Pidgey's been pretty much on the team forever, since the beginning. And why not one that was caught fairly recently, Clefairy. So let's start with Caterpie. So, as I'm sure you're getting tired of hearing, I'm getting tired of seeing, level 10, 11, 12 frickin' Caterpie, and hell, even the Weedle. Caterpie is definitely, one of the Pokemon you want to evolve. Eventually into Kakuna, and then finally Butterfree. And hell, one of the first moves that Butterfree actually learns once evolved is Psychic. While not a Psychic type, just Bug and Flying, Butterfree actually uses Psychic pretty damn well. And hell, if you want, you can just, keep Butterfree on the team forever, because, yeah, that Psychic, and also, I don't know off the top of my head all of its learn sets, but it does learn some pretty decent moves, and is a great addition to pretty much any team. Then we have Pidgey, kind of the counterpart to Spearow, except for the fact that Pidgey doesn't learn flying type moves for a long, long time. Pidgey does have a slightly higher defense than Spearow, and hell, I've noticed it from grinding, constantly running into either Spearow or Pidgey or both. Well, not both at the same time, you know what I mean. And while as I said, the downside is it doesn't learn flying type moves for a while, but it's actually slightly better balanced than Spearow, especially since it has, 2 extra stages. First into Pidgeotto, then into Pidgeot. If I were to compare the 2 flying types that we have so far, Pidgey and Spearow, I would honestly say Spearow is a little bit better because it learns, better flying type moves. And finally we have Clefairy. Definitely not the strongest in the bunch. Yeah, it's decent to have and to level up, but if I were to choose, a top team of 6 just to, go through and do whatever I want, yeah, Clefairy definitely would not be a top choice. I don't even think Clefairy would be a middle choice. But as with all Pokemon, through plenty of grinding and leveling up, it does actually get better, and, hell, as much grinding as I'm getting out of all the Pokemon, it can definitely handle almost anything. And Clefairy doesn't actually evolve on its own. It needs a Moonstone in order to evolve into Clefable, which, really, there's not too much of a difference. A decent boost in stats, definitely, but that's really all there is to say about Clefairy here. And with all that done, at the time I'm recording this, I have finished grinding everyone up to level 22. So I'm just gonna jump straight into recording for the Cascade badge, or whatever I'm going to eventually call the video. And then I will definitely be taking my time to get everyone to level 25, because that's gonna take plenty of time. Well, at least these are my first records, so that way I can, record other stuff while I'm waiting for Pokemon to grind up to the levels I need them at. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell so you can always be notified whenever I may upload a video. And of course, have fun.